But one of the knocks that a lot of people have on Shedeur Sanders is arm strength. You've heard it, I've heard it. So this is kind of interesting. This is via PFF. And these are the numbers from last year. And they're those aren't misprints. Those are really similar, too. So Cam Ward was 34 of 75, 1,148 yards, 14 touchdowns, no interceptions. Shedeur Sanders was 34 of 75, 1,184 yards, 14 touchdowns, and one pick. The other thing I would say, now I know he had Travis Hunter, but he didn't have a very good line. So that kind of makes those throws 20 yards plus from Sanders even a little bit more impressive because Cam Ward had a better line.
Yeah, no, there's no question about it. I've said before, if Shedeur Sanders had Cam Ward's line, you're probably talking about a Colorado team that maybe competes for the Big 12 championship against Arizona State and isn't a 9-win football team, probably winning 10, maybe 11 games if they have better protection. But I saw that tweet this morning. I kind of retweeted as well, and it's interesting how there's the narrative that Shedeur doesn't have the strongest arm, and he doesn't. Yet some of the metrics you see the data in particular regarding these numbers. I mean, you have the exact same completion percentage, the exact same numbers of touchdowns. Shedeur has one more pick than Cam Ward in those situations, but he's also thrown for 36 extra yards down the field on those deep balls. So I understand, Shedeur doesn't have a strong arm, but when you look at the information that's out there, the numbers don't lie out there. And it's just fascinating to kind of see what the narrative out there is versus this reality of what's out there with Shedeur.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say is he kind of understands how to play the position. I mean, that if you watch him, you can pick that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think there's just an innate sense of how to play the quarterback position that I think just stands out with Shedeur. Like I said, it's not flashy. For me, when I think of Shedeur, I think a lot more in the lines of maybe a slightly more polished JJ McCarthy as a prospect. Like the intangibles I talked about so many times last year with JJ McCarthy were pristine. My question with him was the tangibles. With Shedeur, work ethic, I don't think you can question that. Tom Brady has gone and praised that. Football intelligence, it's there. NFL bloodlines, it's there. High-end accuracy, it's there with Shedeur. It's not flashy. He's just productive, accurate, and finds a way to get it done. And that's why I think with Shedeur you hear like Joe Burrow, Geno Smith comps. And I think if Shedeur could be close to Joe Burrow, then that's a slam dunk number 2 pick in my book.